Welcome back, everybody, to Magnolia on Money, where we discuss everything financial from the economy to retirement. I'm Ed Cox with Magnolia Wealth, and today is going to be the last show we produce for 2023. We're looking forward to next year. We're going to continue to do this. We've got a lot of good feedback from y'all about the show, and Forrest and I will continue to produce these normally on a weekly basis, and I think it's good to let everybody know kind of what's going on in the market and what's happening in our economy, what's driving things as we progress through the year. So if you have any questions, feel free to send those to us or call in and let somebody know, hey, why don't they talk about this, or I'd like them to answer that. Because if you have the question, normally someone else does too. So it helps everybody. So let's look. I wanted to look at this year, what's happened in the market, just a broad overview, last couple of years, and then what has been the driving force, and then what do we see next year? Maybe a little bit of forecasting to see what's maybe expected for 2024, and then we'll close with a little housekeeping information that will help you over the next couple of weeks. So let's dive in. All right, so 2023, the S&P 500, this is normally use that as our benchmark here. So this is the S&P 500, and rough numbers, year to date, the percent change from January is about 24%. And this was, I pulled this number the 20th, which was would be Wednesday, December the 20th in the morning. So great year. We came off of a pretty rough year last year in 2022, so it's always good to see these types of returns. So let's look over the last 2 years. So this includes 2022. So we see what happened in 2022, and then in 2023, roughly we'll just call it flat. The market's been pretty flat over the last 2 years as we had a pretty rough 22, and as we climbed out of that. In 2023, this is a good graph to show why we stay invested in the market and don't listen to a lot of the noise that you hear on the news channels about this or that, or the economist weathermen that throw out the opinions of what's going to happen. You want to create your plan and stick to it, especially with your long-term investment dollars. So last 2 years have been flat, but we can see this year we definitely made up our ground that we lost over the last over 2022. So what brought us back? What has helped us get back what we lost in 2022? So if we look at the GDP, you can see that in the last roughly 3 years following the recession, the economy has almost fully recovered, to the pace of growth that it was before the pandemic. So you can see kind of where we were on target with GDP growth. You can see the pandemic, and we're really close to kind of being on target since before the recession during the pandemic. And then the pace of growth, moving forward, it is expected to moderate in the coming quarters. So you can see here the dark blue is what we know for sure. So Q3 was 5.2. We're looking at Q4 to be a little bit lower than that, down in the a little over 1 is forecasted. We'll see when that all happens. And then you can see here the first Q1 and Q2 of next year looks like it could be a pretty low GDP quarters, which is really the forecast that most people are looking at for us to be in possibly a really mild recession. That would indicate a recession if we got numbers close to this. But as you can see, they do forecast that we're going to pull out of that pretty quick. Now, once again, these are just forecasts, and at best we can look at it as what the weather may look like over the next couple of weeks. It's a guess. They sometimes get them really tight and close, and sometimes they're way off. So we're going to see. There's a lot of things that can happen between now and then that could change these forecasts as well. But based off what's out there right now, this is pretty close to what most people think will happen. The strong pace of economic growth this year, if we look at 2023, is really coming from consumer consumption. So consumer spending, and then we had some increase here in investment from the investment sector. So if you look at GDP, 2023, 3.2, and then Bloomberg's forecast for 24 looks like 1.2, and then you can kind of see the three main places that it's coming from. But this year, most of it came from consumption, so we can see that there. But we anticipate growth to moderate, in the coming quarters, and that's primarily going to be due to consumer spending is going to kind of drop off. Once again, this could change depending on the rate at which the Fed reduces interest rates. So we're kind of a wait and see game there, but doesn't look terrible. We don't feel like we will get the growth that we had this year in 24, but that's expected. Nothing I don't think is out of left field there. Okay, a couple of things. Housekeeping. So the office lobby is closed. We will be closing tomorrow, and then we'll be coming back the first week of January. So if we're still going to be reachable, okay? So if you need anything urgent, you can do one of two things. You can send us an email to team@magnoliawm.com, or if you will call the office, just leave a message and we will call you back. So one of us will be monitoring this throughout the next week or so. So don't feel like, we're not here to help. We're going to be here. We're here for you. And we'll take care of you. So if you'll just do one of those two things, email or call, leave a message, and we will get back to you for sure. If you have not heard from us, if you leave a message, now would be during Monday through Friday. If you've not heard from us in a day, please leave another message. Something can go wrong sometimes with voicemails. But we will do everything we can to get back with you within 24 hours. Okay. So just want to wish everybody, all of our clients, everybody watching, from everybody here, the whole team at Magnolia, to have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. We will see you guys first week of January. And we're looking forward to a great 2024. If you need anything, don't hesitate to contact us. Take care. God bless. And we'll talk to you next year. Bye-bye.